we're going to talk about how to keep.
Where do you put them?
Yeah, well, how do you, if you're talking to just 3 people a day, new people a day, in a month, that's 90 people, depending on how many days in the month. But
And of course,
that's 90
of course,
people.
all the money's in the follow-up. So
And
how do you follow up with 90 people?
how do you do that? Even if you only talk to one person a day, how do you follow up with 30 people and then continuously add to that
That's right.
list and keep track of it?
Right. You got to find out who's worth it, who's not worth it. Put some into automated follow-up, put some into semi-automated follow-up, invite some to meetings. But the point is you need to have a process to work with all that information.
Yeah.
So today what we're going to do is we're going to get into actually a bit of a training on how to make and what to do with your list. So we're going to share some tools and tricks about things that can help you make your list well. And then of course, HourADay and how you can add those contacts into HourADay and how it starts to help you. So that's sort of the goal for the next 30 minutes is actually getting into real stuff.
Exactly. And what do you know? You need a list.
You need a list.
Gee, I think I've heard that before.
Yeah, a couple times. And it's for more reasons than you think. It proves your commitment to the business. It shows you and your new downline you're coachable. It's armor, as we said, and it's a it's faster to start warm and learn. What that means is if you start with your warm market and screw up a whole bunch, it doesn't cost you anything. It's just a list. Yeah. Once you're in the cold market or spending your effort to create bigger lists, everyone you screw up is actually wasted revenue.
Yeah, so cost you money.
And of course, cold market from day one is hard and very expensive. So learn in the warm market.
So there's an app for that now, and it's called MLM List Pro. This is a cool little way for those people that don't want to get out a pen and paper and don't want to start writing down their list and don't want to go get a memory jogger. This will allow you to do it in a cool app right on your smartphone or tablet or iPad, and you can literally start putting everything together. And it would take the average person, I think, to go through the entire list creator properly. It's going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
I would think. Well, maybe not, because a lot of them you can add from your contact list, which is pretty fast. So, but anyways, budget a couple hours to do the job properly, and you should have a list that's beyond your wildest dreams.
Yeah, we're going to go into more details. We'll tell you what a ROMAR is in a little bit, which is really cool. It's the ultimate memory jogger. So everything we talked about, who's your mom, all that, it's all in there. It also helps you sort and rank your list. This
Most important part.
It is.
Find your chickens.
It helps you get through your list and find your A team fast. And we can show you how to import into your HourADay MLM auto prospecting system right from this app.
Yeah, no, not from this app. From HourADay, you can actually pull your data in from here. So you can actually pull your top 30 directly into HourADay and have them added to all the appropriate series and doing all the appropriate stuff. So it's really cool.
Right. So this is available for Android and iPhone.
Yep.
And it's simple. You download the app. I think it's, what is it, $4 or $5, $4.50, something like that. $5. Call it $5. And so all you need to do is get yourself registered. So you click the register button, and you're going to pick in your registration, you're going to put in your first name, last name, email, phone. And then what's really cool, you're going to put in your upline's first and last name as well.
Yep.
So this is also part of the accountability factor, part of this ROMAR down the road. And it lets your upline know that you're doing something.
Yeah. So it's a way to hold your team accountable, and it's a way to hold yourself accountable to your upline. Right.
You're going to put in their email. You need to create a username because you got to be able to access this, and then password. Confirm your password. Click the submit button, and you're all ready to go. You need to then log in again. So I'll ask you to log in. Yep. And so you click the login button, put in your username and password, and then click login, and it's going to bring you to the homepage.
Yep.
So Dennis, you put this together. This is pretty exciting.
Well, I mean, it starts with the most important thing, which is how you add to your list, which is the memory jogger. So it's a smart memory jogger. And now remember, the key is it's going to remind you, this is if you can think of their face and think of their name, you put it down, or think of their face and think of what their house looks like, or some way you can contact them. You write them on your list. You can't prejudge this. We're going to rank and order them. So the bad ones are going to fall off anyways.
Yeah. So there you go. So it starts off, there's 170 questions on it. Question number 1 is, your mother still alive?
Yep.
So it's a yes or a no answer. And it is, if you do say no on there, it actually sends a little note.
It says, we're sorry, and our condolences, and isn't that terrible, and move on.
Yeah. And then you click submit. Then it's going to say, tell us something about your mother. So you put in the information.
Yep.
So if you want, now we're using this as an example. Obviously, you probably don't need to go to Facebook to download that or your contact manager, but You can import any contact at this point. If you think of that question and you know that they're in your phone, then you just click on, you want to import to your phone. And then it goes right into your phone's database, and you can scroll right through them. You grab the person, or it'll log into Facebook as long as you have the Facebook app.
That's right.
It'll log right into Facebook, and it'll check your Facebook, and you can go and pick one of the people from that, and and you're done. And you can continue to add. It continues asking more. You see questions left, 169 left. So it tells you where you're going.
Because now it's asking you, what's your mother's best friend's name? See, we moved on for your mother. She's in. So now we need to know mom's best friend. And mom's other best friend. And mom's other best friend.
And this might not be an appropriate question. Maybe mom died a long time ago.
That's right.
And you don't know any mom's friends because they're all dead too. It could happen. I mean,
it happens.
It does.
Aging sucks.
So you can take a break, or you can even just skip.
That's right.
A question. If it's not an appropriate question, just skip it.
So taking a break takes you back to the main menu, saying you've done enough, and maybe you want to go and rank and order some people, and you'll come back to this later. And if you click the take a break instead of the home button, it'll remember where you were. So next time you come back, you're in the same place.
Exactly.
And the skip just allows you to say no. Hey, and if you skip too many, Craig,
it reminds you.
It lets you know. We can't believe you actually don't know anybody. We fear you're prejudging. Remember, if you can think of a name and picture their face, write their name down. It doesn't mean at this stage that you will be trying to contact them. Do not prejudge. Let our foolproof system do the judging for you.
So it will remind you, and you continue and go through. And then once you've got everybody added to your list, so that's 170 questions. And then there's a whole, just a free form input as well. So you can just free form, bring in
all your contacts without saying who they are or what they do. It doesn't matter.
Then you're going to rank your list. Now, this is really the most important. This takes a little bit more time.
But
this is the reason that you want the app, because the app's going to actually make it a little bit simple for you. So what it's going to do is it's going to ask you a series of questions to see what their suitability is to be in your MLM. Right now, when you answer the questions, you want that kind of that gut.
It's your gut feeling.
Feeling.
It's not a 20-minute analysis. Says, yeah, I think that's all right. Yeah, I think they're like that. No, gosh, they're definitely not that. It should literally take 15 seconds a person.
Maximum. Yeah, you have to say 5 in this case. You have to really go fast, but 5 is probably a little bit fast.
5.
Sure.
That's
okay.
I couldn't.
I think you under exaggerated that one. But anyways, okay. So rank your list. So first thing it's going to ask is money. Are they broke?
Right.
Are they able to join based on how you know them? Will they join at the lowest level of your company, middle level, or highest level? Most companies have under $100 to $200 to $500
for 29 bucks to 200, 500, 1,000. You're just trying to figure out where they might be able to be from your best
gut reaction. Successful. Are they very successful, moderately, not very, or completely unsuccessful? I'm not talking about business, about in anything.
If they're the best guitar player that you've ever heard, then they're successful. It means that they can have a goal, go after that goal, work hard for that goal, and achieve that goal.
Right. Entrepreneurial, very, moderately, not very, completely not entrepreneurial. Some people haven't got an entrepreneurial bone in their body.
That's right. Thank goodness.
Open-minded. So, are they open to something?
Because you can be totally entrepreneurial and say no to everything that isn't your idea. So we're trying to find open-minded.
Local. I mean, this is important because it's easier to build local than it is to build long distance. So
it's stickier, right? If you build a local team and you can hang out once in a while or get everyone together for Saturday morning breakfast once in a while, it's just stickier. It's more fun. It's more camaraderie. So you can prioritize people that are close because they're going to be easier for you to manage.
Can they teach? Not at all. Likely to be good at it. Best I've seen. Teachers are good networkers.
Realize that a salesperson is the worst networker and a teacher is always better. And a mother is even better because it's all about nurturing and helping and just helping people succeed.
And so you got some metrics in the back that rank this. So when you save it, it's going to save those numbers and it's going to put it in. And at the end of the whole thing, you're going to end up with a top 30 listing once you've ranked everybody.
Based upon the scores and the weights of all the questions that get calculated, you literally get a likelihood that this person might join your business.
Right. That's actually typically called your chicken list.
Well, yeah, because that's what's going to really freak you out is it'll turn out that all the people you didn't want to talk to are probably the ones on the list because they're the ones you should be talking to. A lot of people get into networking and think if they aren't successful, they're the ones to go after. The reality is go after successful people. Successful people are always looking for more success.
Now, the next part you may actually want to do with your sponsor.
It's a good idea.
Okay? This is actually a really good idea here. Now you're going to decide how you're going to approach or if you're going to approach the top 30 list.
Yeah.
Gives you some ideas of what you're going to do. You just click proceed, and then there's some ideas. Are you going to take them to a presentation in person? Are you going to add them to your HourADay prospecting system? Are you going to get them on a phone call? Are you going to send them to the website? Are you going to, send them a DVD or information by snail mail, which is probably, that's
still happens. Actually, it's coming back. It's making a comeback.
It is. So you're going to determine how you're going to do it, and now you're going to put in their best contact method and some more information about them, so you're able to go and make that connection.
Yeah. So up until now, all we care about is first name, last name. Then when you rank an order, you're still only doing on the first name, last name. Now we're actually getting the contact information based upon the way they want to be contacted. So you're only ever going to find all the information for 30 people.
Exactly. And once you've done that, there's this really cool thing we talked about at the beginning called the ROMAR. Now it stands for Record of My Activity Report. It's your accountability part of this, which is why you want to have your sponsor, the person you're working with, logged into this app.
Yep.
Because they're going to help you be accountable, and you'll be able to do the same thing with your downline.
That's right.
You'll be able to help them be accountable. You'll see who's working on your team and who isn't.
Most people I know get up and go to work, and they don't get up and go to work necessarily because they want to. There's the lucky ones out there that every day get up and go, oh, yay, it's going to be an awesome day at work today. There's an awful lot of us, even if we love our jobs, that there's days where we just don't want to go to work. Mm-hmm. But why do we go to work? Because we're accountable to our boss. We're accountable to our manager. We're accountable to HR, whatever it may be. Accountability is what sort of keeps the world running in proper order.
Sure does.
So in MLM, one of the biggest reasons people fail is there's no accountability. The ROMAR allows you to agree with your upline that you're going to be accountable to them. And it allows you to talk to your best friend in a way that gets him or her to agree that she's going to be accountable to you, which will right there put you in a better position for success in your business. You need to know who's accountable and who isn't, and then find out what they're doing every day.
So this is just open in your on your phone, and you just leave it open. And every time you do one of these activities, you just quickly log into it and you hit the plus button. That's it. So if you did a prospecting call, hit the plus button. That'll go from 0 to 1. If you did a 3-way call, hit the one-on-one meeting. We don't recommend it, but sometimes you have to do.
People do them.
One-on-one, hit the button. 2-on-1, that's the best way to do it. Hit the button. Prospecting emails. How many did you send out today? Hit the button a whole bunch of times.
Right. Sample packs.
Samples.
If you have them.
If you did that, or signups. How many people do you enroll? It's just taking track of what it does. Activities. And then guess what? It sends you a daily tracker of all your actions. And who does it send it to?
Your upline.
Right, exactly. So how many people did you talk to? So you're going to get today, you're going to get this week, this month, this quarter, this year, and all time.
So your upline will know before you call if they should bother answering the phone or not. Are you doing your work? Are you sticking to the plan? Or have you done nothing and you're going to complain that your business isn't moving forward?
And when you look at your daily activity tracker and you realize for the past 2 weeks, those are all zeros.
That's right.
Take a look at your bank account and how much you made in your MLM. It's probably a whole bunch of zeros.
Gosh, it just seems to be correlated.
It is.
I thought MLM was magic, but doesn't seem to be.
It doesn't. That's why it's called network marketing.
You gotta do the work, gotta put in the time.
Let's look at the system, keep track of everything. What you put together with HourADay. I mean, it's this.
And we're going to focus today with HourADay. We're going to focus mostly on how you would actually put your contact information or put new contacts or put new leads into the system. Right? We don't have a ton of time. So today is just going to be, here's all the cool ways that HourADay has for you to get your data into it.
Exactly.
So first we log in.
You do. You got to log in. Now you can log in. We're showing you the web version right now. There's also the company app. Very, very similar to the web version. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Now, on there, when you first log in, if you don't click the activation email just to make sure that you have a real account, that's why you put this together. For especially in Canada with the CASL laws and all that, the anti-spam legislation. For those of you who don't know what that means, it's important that your real people have a real address, real email. So you can log in 20 times before it'll lock you out. 20
times before it locks you out. So all you have to do is go get that email and click on the link to say, yes, I got it. And you are good to go. The screen wouldn't show up.
Or dismiss it.
Yep. Or dismiss it for 20 times.
20 times. And then it's going to make you do it. Okay. So just understand that. So then it'll welcome you to your lounge, and then you're going to click on HourADay.
Correct.
If you've already done all this, then when you log in, it's just going to take you right
to your social tasks and action list.
There it is. take action. So what we're going to do now is show you how to add a contact. So you click the calls and contacts link and then add a contact. And then it's going to leave you on this page. And you just fill in the information. And it's not asking you for a lot of information to put a contact.
No, you can put a minimal amount or a lot. So this is sort of the minimal view. And you can see you can even subscribe them to an email series.
Right. Okay. So pick one.
Yeah. So you can pick one of your series. So you can or you don't have to, right? So you're choosing where are you at with this person. Then you can set a category for them, as well as you can set a priority for them.
That's correct. And the closer to 0 that they are is the higher up the list. Higher up the list. So in this case, 10s are losers, 10s are not winners.
Correct.
Okay, there we go. Got that. And then the follow-up date, when you want to follow up with them, that's also things that you can do. And then you just click the quick add, and they're in the system. And here's Buddy Holly in the system.
And you're in your contact manager having a look at them.
Yeah, so now you're seeing everything about it. So you can upload photos if you like to. You can upload a business card. You can upload a photo. These are things that you're able to be able to see if you've got that there. Probably not necessary.
So again, we'll get into a bit more information about how this all works, but we'll carry on right now with how you get information in. So one way is, of course, this way. Another way is the List Creator import. So if you did have the List Creator app and you did do your top 30, you'd be able to come here under miscellaneous.
Yeah, click
and then
down at the bottom.
Click down at the bottom, you'll see something called List Creator. Brings up List Creator import. You put in your username, password, and it'll bring that whole top 30 in and offer what series you want to add them to if you want to. So you can actually just boom, boom, get it all done.
Yeah, nice and simple. So now we're back to the contact manager itself. All the things that you have access to, and so there's some pretty cool things that you can do. You can put in notes, so you can add a note about the call, social media communication you had, cut and paste. Put it all there. Put everything in one place. I love the add to Google Calendar feature.
Yeah,
you know, it just makes your life so much easier to keep you organized. Then you can actually, when you go and set up an appointment, when you go to Google Calendar, you can have them go to Google Calendar as well.
Yeah, and the way Google Calendar works, if we go back to this screen, it's actually going to look at your follow-up date that you've populated and any note you have. And when you click add to calendar, it's going to add it to the date that you set in your follow-up date and add a note to it. So actually in one touch, you've just created that, you edit the time, you're in, you're out, and it stamps a link to the meeting in your notes section. So as we come down and we see down at the bottom here where the notes section is, it's actually going to add a link to that calendar. So it's really, really cool. It ties your online world together with your offline world, your social media with your emails, your phone calls. It's just tracking everything and telling you what to do and say next and what you said before.
Right. And if you call somebody and they're not there, happens quite often.
Yeah.
This is one of the neat features.
I love this feature.
Is you click the left, the message, and then it'll put when it's going to put it back in, and it'll actually send them an email. Yeah. I love that. It sends them an email that you left the voicemail. Yeah. I get more answers to the email.
400% more people reply to me by email than picking up the phone and call me back. Now, the neat part about it is in addition to sending the email saying, hey, I tried to call you, but you didn't answer, right? It also can automatically set how many days from today you want to follow up again by telephone. Yeah. So if you just click the left message button without the drop down, it's 3 days. Otherwise, you have the option to go 1 day, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. So it's incredibly efficient to keep them off your physical calling list until it's time to make a physical call.
Yeah, fantastic. And then when you update them, you can update and go right back to your action list, or you can update and go to all your contacts.
Or if you just click update without the drop down, you're going to just update and still be on the screen to do more work.
On the screen, right. And then if you're going to send an email, now, in this case, the person hasn't agreed to the opt-in email. So an opt-in email is sent out as soon as you add somebody to your system. Yep. Once again, for the CASL laws.
The CASL laws and the anti-spam laws.
So if they haven't opted in, you can't send them anything.
You can't technically send them anything.
Sorry.
Right?
They can't.
So you have the option to respawn the send in opt-in mail, right? So you can send the opt-in mail a second time, and then you can phone them to say, hey, you got to go check this out. You said you wanted information, right? But you got to do the work. You can't just spam people. The system won't allow it, and it shouldn't.
Now, had they actually accepted the opt-in email, then it would
now
say.
Now it just does all the normal things. So quick send emails, these are macro-driven emails that you create. So if you have a common thing you say to a lot of people, what that's actually going to show, it's going to show quick send emails, and it's going to show them all lined up underneath. So it's going to be like one touch to send out a perfectly custom sounding email with macros included. Yep. Or you can click the send email, which will actually take you to an email form and allow you to just send them a completely completely custom email.
Yeah, completely custom email. It's fantastic. Now, this I love. I mean, this is the card scan. This is part of the app. So when you download HourADay and you get that, you want to go to Google Play or to the App Store and download the free HourADay app.
Yep, good for up to 2,000 contacts a month.
Connect them together, because when you go out and in social media functions, or you go out to into live business networking events, you have the ability to scan a card with your phone and have it automatically go into your database.
That's right.
I mean, that's fantastic. So look, show you how this works. So you log in, and you'll see this is now the screen on the app.
This is by clicking the menu at the top left.
And then you see a scan a card, and then you can see for 1,000 credits, HourADay will do this transcription for you.
A live person will look at your image and type the data in for you correctly,
right?
And you don't have to touch it or think about it. It's just done.
Yeah. What does that approximately turn out to be in a if you're buying credits?
When you're on the free version, you can do 2 cards a month on the free version, and it'll use up all your communication credits. When you're on the paid version at $29.99 a month, you can do, there's 20,000 credits in there, so you can actually do 20 cards a month on it. So, and of course, if you don't want to spend money, you can click the transcribe yourself button. It won't take any credits, and then it'll give you an interface later when you get back from the event that you can just jump in and do the transcription yourself. So you can do it both ways.
Yeah, I tell you, it's certainly worth having it done by you guys.
Yes.
So you just literally take a picture of the card. It shows you this picture. Make sure you can read it all so that you can transcribe it later. Then you don't need to keep the cards. The worst thing is having that big stack of cards.
Canadian CASL laws. If you're in Canada, you should keep that card for at least 6 months.
And then it will insert the contact and make a new contact for you. Then this is really great. I love what you've got here. So maybe you can explain what you do with the survey here.
Yeah. So now that you've entered the contact, you can actually have it set up so that it then takes you to a survey where you can track some information about them. So in this case, this is actually for selling our MLM software system. So it's asking what products they're interested in. So I'd be able to click what product they're interested in. You can have whatever questions and answers you want. And then the neat part is, based upon their answers, like in this one, if someone puts MLM Startup Consulting, I actually tag them as MLM Consulting. So I know forever that they were interested in MLM Consulting. If they say their budget's $5,000, I tag them with that. So I have a bunch of information tagged that allows me to search and sort for them and do email blasts to say everyone that had $5,000 as a budget. So it's incredibly powerful. If I know they're a wine drinker, I have a question that says wine, and then it actually sends them a random email in 38 days saying that when I met you, you said you liked wine. So that's actually the real power, where you can put them into series, you can put them into follow-ups, you can categorize, you can keep all that information you learned about them to use later to continue to form that relationship.
Yeah. And you can set the priorities, when you want to follow up with them, the last that you contacted them, add in different tags.
You can even manually tag here if you didn't do it from the survey.
And you can add them to a campaign here as well. So a follow-up series, maybe you've got a company, maybe you have a business follow-up, maybe you have a product follow-up. You know, maybe you've got something just
maybe you got a friend follow-up.
Yeah, just
maybe you got a trying to make a friend follow-up. Yep.
Now, how do you get all these tools, Dennis?
Well, you can go to twt.bz/tools, and it'll show you the List Creator app and some handy dandy links to download it. And you can get the same for HourADay. Or you can just go to HourADay to get the app directly. twt.bz from any device /HourADay will direct you to iTunes, Android, or the web.
There you go. So, hey, we got through a lot of information.
We did pretty good.
Yeah, no, that was great. So hopefully that gives you an idea of, how cool it is to have the app. So have the app on your phone.
Yeah.
HourADay right behind us. That's what you want. HourADay.com. Doesn't cost you anything. And most of your members are not going at the beginning, aren't going to go through 2,000 communications a month to get started.
It's meant. So what a communication means is if you send them an email, that's communication. If you send them a push notification, that's a communication. If you have them in a LinkedIn series reminding you what to say to them, every action that's basically logged in your list is a communication, right? So anytime the system tells you to do something and you do it, that'll take one of your communication credits. So, I mean, for little networkers that aren't really doing a lot of volume, it could be years before they ever have to pay. And when you have to pay, it's bad. I mean, it's $29.99 a month when you finally have to pay, and then you got 20,000 credits. So this is not an expensive tool. For your babies, a lot of them will probably never need to upgrade it.
Right.
Right? They're going to do a little bit of work. So it's not like you're trying to get a bunch of money out of them, and there's no referral in it for you. You don't get paid a darn thing for giving it to your friends, except the extra money you make, because now you got them using List Creator and you got a ROMAR going on with that. So
yeah,
these are tools that we're keeping the cost down by not paying out commissions in order to make sure that you can build a great big group of people, and only the people that are making enough money to justify the need of the tool ever end up paying for it.
Well, and that's why I chose to use HourADay for a company, because it didn't have an affiliate program attached to it. It wasn't artificially inflated in the price. I get so many people that approach me with these contact managers and lead generation programs, and the only money that they're making is by selling their downline on the lead generation program and the contact manager, and they're spending $100 a month
and
on something.
And it hurts your reputation. If you're telling your downline to do something for their business because you have a kickback in it, then you're not really purely giving them a tool. And I'm not saying there aren't good tools that have affiliate programs. I'm saying that if it was a good tool without an affiliate program, there's a good chance it would cost less.
That's correct.
Right? So
good chance.
And
absolutely.
it's also something where so if you're ever curious if it's a good thing or a bad thing to do something with an affiliate program, watch how fast when you go to your top guy and he figured out it's an affiliate program, he says, how do I get signed up to the affiliate program so I can get paid when I sell it to my people? The second that happens, you should be taking a look at yourself in the mirror and going, I did the wrong thing. Because now it's a competition, and now your people are going to lose focus. They're going to be making $4 once every 100 people they talk to over here, and that's going to make them lose time and focus on doing the things that you need them to be doing, which is building a successful MLM team. So just be careful not to distract your downline chasing little $2 bills.
Yeah.
Get a good product that works, that doesn't cost money, that you can share freely, and go for it.
And you've got a lot of templates on the HourADay for the sales funnel as to what it can be done. So a lot of generic ones. You can have it customized, like I had done for my company to put it together. So I had a template that
you can get a
specific.
You can get a general skincare. You can get a general nutritional. So I mean, it's just going to set itself up. It's going to work out of the box based upon the kind of MLM you're in. From there, you can customize it, right? Or if you have a great big downline, you can work with us and we'll actually customize it with you to where we turn it into a template. So if they go to your URL, so if they go to HourADay.com/whatever you picked, we can trigger that to automatically give them your template. So there's a really, really good way to support your group. And then you can actually change the template. And we have a special button that'll push that change out to all your people who always want the latest version of your template. So there's a whole bunch of really cool stuff that's very specific to MLM. This is an MLM tool. Okay, so it's made by networkers for networkers. So there's just a lot of thought into the things that matter to a networker to keep something working for them in the business.
Yeah. Well, everybody, we thank you for taking some time with us and learning a little bit more about how to go out there in a very professional way to connect with people, to build your list. I mean,
expand your list, expand your list,
and keep on doing it. Add to it daily. Now is the way you can do it with a cool little app. The HourADay system is free. The app itself for the List Creator ROMAR is like $5. It's a little bit less than that. It's all it's going to cost you to get that set up. And you really want to have the programs. One of the things on that app, which is really cool, we didn't even talk about it, is you got a really great video. So download the app and watch the leverage and duplication video on that app as well, MLM Secret. Yeah. And just by sharing that, you don't even know, it's generically done, which shares the concept of leverage. This is why we got into this business in the first place. It's why we're still doing it, 20 some odd years later for leverage and duplication. And, share it with people you care about. That's what it's all about. We'll be back here next week. Thanks, everybody, for taking some time out of your schedule. I'm Craig Peliquin.
I'm Dennis Wilson.
Have yourselves a great day. Bye for now.